Guard, 6'5".
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action with Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And on paper break, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got Seth Curry. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Green, and it's Simpson in at the point.
Well, this is the versatility that Miles Turner brings to the table. A big man who can knock down shots from the mid-range.
Here's Green, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Aaron Nesmith. It's his first trip to the line.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we're just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Simpson, the pass to Bridges. Outside Curry. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, you cannot let Seth Curry have room to shoot on the perimeter. You are asking for trouble.
Halliburton looking around. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Outside, Green. Williams a screen. And it's Green missing. Pacers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Pass to Halliburton. Here's Turner. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I'll tell you, so polished and so confident this close to the cup. Miles Turner doing work.
Here's Bridges. And that one, good. Here's Halliburton. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to Siakam. It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Turner. Halliburton passes to Nembhard. Green against Turner. Over Green. The Hornets pull it in. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
Turner with his screen on Bridges. Siakam kicks to Turner. Nembhard with it. He's against Green. 4 on the shot clock. Siakam inside the three-point line. Indiana again missing. Curry on the wing. Nesmith covering. There's a screen by Williams. Simpson. Rejected by Halliburton.
Oh my goodness, Tyrese Halliburton twice on the pipe, send him back defensively.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Hornets making a change here. Jeffries is checked in. Bridges outside. Jeffries dishes to Curry. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. The Pacers 4th.
And they've just been on a defensive tear. I mean, allowing so few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they play.
Here's Nembhard. His three-pointer's off the mark. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Back to Williams. Here's Curry with the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, the quick trigger and soft touch. This is what Seth Curry is paid to do. Ready on the catch and shoot opportunity.
Here's Nesmith. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that is accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. It's somebody defenses must now account for from range. Love the work put in.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. Launches a three. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, you can see he is not shy from range, and Pascal Siakam continues to work on his consistency.
Pass to Curry, and here is Williams. Turner covering. Williams kicks to Curry. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Siakam with it, defended by Bridges, and that one drops for him. Siakam's got his second basket of the night.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battled.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
There's the three. Siakam pulls it in.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Down low, here's Turner. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Indiana. And we've got a moment now to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Miles Bridges.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Charlotte no good that time either. Indiana leading by 3. In the corner, it's Nesmith. To the inside. The shot by Turner no good. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Pass to Salon. To the left side wing. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner. Walker comes in for Aaron Nesmith. And Shepard subbed in for Andrew Nembhard. Pass to Salon. Nurkic a screen on Toppin. Here's Salon. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Pacers.
Here's Toppin. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Listen, the painted area is where Obi Toppin can be so dangerous. The athleticism and the tools he has, look out.
Pass to Jeffries. Here's Salon. Stolen by Walker.
Now we get a chance to look at Tyrese Halliburton. He's definitely been getting it done since the All-Star break. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands. Always looking to force a mistake. TJ McConnell, he's checked in for Halliburton. The Hornets also with a sub. Diabate's checked in. Here's Salon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Salon's got his second basket of the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Just 5 on the clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Toppin. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
to Okogie. Here's Diabate. Here's Salon. And it's McConnell with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Doris, here we are looking ahead to the postseason. Do you have a favorite right now?
Well, Kevin, like anyone, I definitely have some ideas of who I think could be there and the last one standing. But I'm staying neutral. Number one, it's my job, and predictions only lead to the possibility I'm wrong, and I don't want to do that.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
The fader. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Thomas Bryant is a player who has led the league in two-point shooting percentage. Around the basket makes the tough shots look easy.
Back to Nurkic. Bryant with the steal. Walker in the corner. Pass to McConnell. 1:39 left to play in the first.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
1:39 left in the first. Toppin, no one around him. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Salon. Rejected by Walker.
An impactful defender. The young forward Walker is good at reading shooters and just stifling their offense.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Bryant. It's rebounded by Salon. Hornets trail by 6. Over to the left wing.
Shepard. First personal foul. Third team foul.
They set the pick. Okogie for 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And the Pacers can't get it to go. Charlotte has gone 4 of 8 on their 3-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Pacers leading by 3. McConnell scanning the floor. There's Walker with the 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Charlotte moving it around. Six on the shot clock. Puts it up from 17. Doesn't get it to drop for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pacers lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Bridges out there with Mark Williams. Then it's Curry. And it's Jeffries in at the 3 slot. McConnell passes to Halliburton. There's a good screen. And Halliburton slams it in.
We're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Here's Bridges. No good. Shot missing. Walker with some nice D. To the paint. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Now we get a chance to view the NBA's best setup men. 5th best, Tyrese Halliburton.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Here's Walker. Sinks that one from the post. And it's a 7-point Pacer lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Bridges finds Curry. And here is Bridges. Pass to Simpson. Williams a screen. Simpson, no good. Pacers leading by 7. Here's Neesmith. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Doris, a new era began in Charlotte after Michael Jordan's departure as owner in 2023.
And Kevin, with that ownership change, there's always a transition period, and it may take a while for the Hornets to find success, but there are some reasons for optimism, and you begin with the young point guard.
The Pacers making a change here. Siakam's checked in.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Turner against Williams. Count that one. Turner's got 8 points.
Miles Turner has great versatility, so he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter.
Pass to Jeffries. It's Williams, high post. Williams, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Siakam outside. McConnell sets a screen for Siakam. Trains it from beyond the arc. Siakam's got the lead up to 9 now for Indiana.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Williams. Here's Simpson, and it's sent back by Turner.
You're talking 6'11" and big-time length. Send it back, Mr. Turner.
Halliburton, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Salong. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to McConnell. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Williams, a screen on Halliburton. Driving the lane. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Simpson.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Neesmith. Shoots a fader. Good work there as it goes.
I'll tell you, Pascal Siakam has shown he is more than capable of passing the rock.
Bridges outside. Jeffries, the pass to Williams. Here's Simpson. Lock at 6. Takes the 3. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You'd like to see a shot go in. Nicely done.
Andrew Nembhard's checked in for T.J. McConnell. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
On the wing, Bridges. Simpson, the pass to Williams. Tries it from the top of the key. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Siakam. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Pass to Salong. Over Neesmith. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%. Here's Nembhard. Now, here's Siakam. A 23-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy. This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Williams passes to Simpson. And no good. Excellent defense there from Halliburton.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Jeffries, the pass to Simpson. Here's Diabate. Pass to Williams. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. From deep. Jeffries can't get it to go. Pacers leading by 8. Outside Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. Siakam kicks to Turner. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
And it's Halliburton missing.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Pass to Diabate. Here's Williams. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Indiana.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
You know, the guys, they've also been excelling in the low post so far tonight, focusing on strong interior play, powering their way past the defense.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Pass to Diabate. It's Williams, high post. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. When you look at the game of Mark Williams, Doris, what impresses you the most?
Well, probably his size and athleticism. That combination makes him an immediate fit. He understands which shots to take on the offensive end, seems to have a great feel for how to position himself on the defensive end and how to mix it up on the glass.
Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
On the Pacers, Doris, last season trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
Yeah, easy call.
The Hornets have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successful on the offensive end, and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Kerr. There's McConnell, drops in the layup for 2. McConnell's got his first basket.
This is what we call highly efficient play, working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Pass to Nurkic. Outside Curry. Charlotte moving the ball around. Nurkic a screen on McConnell. And it's Bryant with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Now here's McConnell. Walker with a screen for McConnell. The tray. And it's Walker that time on the assist by McConnell. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Back to McConnell. Pass to Bryant. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And doing a really solid job getting that ball inside. Much more of a physical presence here in the second.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets.
Well, you talk about a guy who is a great rim runner. You're talking about Thomas Bryant. He's also able to make that face-up jump shot. Thomas Bryant just needs to stay healthy.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Bryant with a screen on Curry. Knocks it loose. Curry with the steal. Pass to Salon. From deep three-point land, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Indiana holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And the three-point shot has been big for him. And now we'll send it over to David. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Indiana Pacers. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, you know, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody, Kenny. Always knew what the floor looked like.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Charlotte Hornets.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shots.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Hornets trail by 8. The forward spots with Neesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Pass to Nembhard. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Nembhard's got 9.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
Here's Simpson. Williams, a screen on Halliburton. Simpson, no good. Pacers leading by 9. The shot's good from Halliburton. Halliburton's got his second basket.
Tyrese Halliburton has an array of moves offensively. Off the deck, yes, sir.
Bridges misses. And so here's Indiana. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Pass to Nembhard. And Indiana, another 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Back to Williams. Inside. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Neesmith with the ball. Screen by Siakam. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Outside Curry. Here's Simpson. He's covered by Halliburton. Bridges, no one around him. Hits the jumper in space. Bridges has got his second bucket tonight. Pass to Nembhard. Siakam outside. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Here's Simpson. He's covered by Halliburton. Here's Simpson. He's got 9. Just 5 to shoot. And yes, it's good. Curry's got 11.
This guy doesn't need a whole lot of space, right? Seth Curry's so good at finding his window as a pick-and-roll basketball player.
Count that one. And the Pacers lead by 13.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the Hornets making a change here. Jeffries is checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Williams kicks to Jeffries. Shot clock at 6. On its way from Curry for 2. And again, the Hornets missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Hits the three-point foul. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Pacers making a switch here. Toppin's checked in. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Okogie's checked in for Seth Curry. Toppin a screen on Bridges. Siakam, that's good. Siakam's got 13 points.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
Simpson. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Indiana leading by 12. Siakam passes to Nesmith. It's up a 3. Here's Toppin. Back to Siakam. They double-team Siakam. Puts up a deep 3. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Simpson. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Indiana's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Pass to Bridges. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Siakam.
Guys, what we've come to learn about Miles Bridges is this guy is a force on the offensive end. Whether he's inside or outside, you know he's going to be aggressive trying to put the ball in the basket.
Green, he's checked in for Charlotte. Seth Curry comes in for Josh Okogie. Here's Nembhard. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And stolen by Siakam. Pass to Halliburton. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Pascal Siakam.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Jarris Walker, he's checked in for the Pacers. Hands it from downtown. Okogie's got 6.
Well, this is an aspect of his game that Josh Okogie continues to hone and refine. If he can get that jumper working, look out.
Halliburton for 3. Jeffries with the rebound. Hornets trail by 10. Stolen by Walker. Now Nembhard, 12 points for him. Pass to Toppin. Drops in the tray. Toppin's got his third basket of the night.
The shooting fundamentals are a real plus for Obi Toppin. He has consistent mechanics and a high release point.
It's Williams high post. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
Pass to Toppin. Puts it up from 12. And here is Neesmith. And here's Walker outside. Okogie, the pass to Simpson. Williams, a screen on Halliburton. Here's Diabate. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low. His first shot coming late. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Indiana leading by 9. Here's Nembhard. It's tipped.
Oh, Josh Okogie putting all that athleticism to good use there on the defensive end.
Chalk up 2 there.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Neesmith. Shepard comes in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. McConnell passes to Walker. Shot from 12. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Walker's got 8.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Pass to Salon. Here's Okogie. He's covered by McConnell. Toppin pulls it in. Pacers leading by 8. To the paint. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Pacers in 5th.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Green, he's checked in for Charlotte.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Here's Salon. A three-pointer off the mark. And Indiana shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. McConnell with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Count that one from Toppin.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Nurkic in the post. Working on Bryant. Nurkic kicks to Green. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
There's just something special about a big that can deliver on time and on-target passes. Mr. Nurkic, have at it.
Pass to Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. For the 3. The rebound by Shepard. Pacers leading by 11. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Drives to the hoop. Offensive rebound. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Checking in for the away team, Mark Williams. Seth Curry.
1:03 left in the third quarter. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, excellent concentration from Bryant on the offensive end, actively looking for ways to facilitate for his team.
Curry passes to Williams. He's covered by McConnell. On the clock. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Bryant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to McConnell. Now Toppin. Shoots it up. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, what made Obi Toppin a lottery pick, that combination of size and shooting. That jumper is nice.
Here's Salon. They need this, and it's blocked. And so it's Indiana in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. Back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth, we've got Bridges. Seth Curry is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Diabate in at the four-man position.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Curry, good.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Pass to Bryant. From short range. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Curry kicks to Bridges. Fires from deep, and it's the Hornets another three.
Miles Bridges getting more and more audacious from the three-point line. We see you, sir.
And it's Halliburton penetrating. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Siakam is checked in for the Pacers. He's off on the second. And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He's so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Halliburton hits them both.
And a good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line.
Here's Diabate, covered by Siakam. A shot by Diabate, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the dunk by Bryant.
What a game for Thomas Bryant. He's been percolating, and the defense better do something to stop this guy.
Here's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Nembhard, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Jeffries is checked in. Inside, Siakam kicks to Walker. Halliburton passes to Nembhard. 5 to shoot. The three, and Halliburton gets it to go on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got assist number 5 here tonight. Pass to Bridges. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Bridges has got 5 points now in the quarter. Nembhard with it. And Walker kicks to Siakam. Turner against Williams. The shot by Turner, no good. Hornets trail by 19. Jeffries the pass to Simpson. Bridges outside. Williams has a screen for Bridges. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 11 rebounds in the game. The block. Turner with the steal. And the layup's good off the glass.
Don't you love how many different ways Miles Turner can score the basketball? Spot up, in transition, operating in the post. He's got the entire arsenal.
Bounce pass from Bridges. Williams can't hit. And here are the Pacers now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Outside Turner. From downtown, drains the three-pointer.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Bridges kicks to Jeffries. Pass to Williams. The rebound by Turner. For Indiana, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Siakam for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Williams inside. Turner covering. Siakam against Bridges. Up again. Gets it alive. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Here's Bridges, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
He hits the second from the line. Well, Doris, there's no question Miles Bridges is a talented scorer out on the wing.
You are exactly right, Kevin. This is a young man capable of putting up 20 points per game on a nightly basis. Now I want to see Bridges take strides as a defender. He has to show more commitment on that end of the floor. Right, this is the size of Miles Turner because he's so skilled at using it to pick up these fouls.
The first one falls. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
It's Curry outside. The three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Indiana.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Bridges passes to Jeffries. Shoots over Walker. Jeffries, good.
We love to see the unselfishness of Miles Bridges. Just another guy has a better shot. He's ready to move that basketball.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Neesmith, he's checked in for Walker. The Hornets also with a sub. Green's checked in. Neesmith finds Turner. Now Neesmith. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. From deep, Green. Here's Bridges. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Pass to Turner. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Williams.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Charlotte moving it around. Now, here's Bridges. Shot clock at 5. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Pass to Siakam. Turner with a screen on Bridges. For three, Siakam. Fails to score here. He has made 5 of 12 to this point. To the inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player. After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Here's the screen for three, Bridges. No basket, that's his 5th miss in 11 attempts from the floor. Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. Takes a 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Out left to the wing. Simpson, the pass to Curry. Shot from the wing. Misses off the right iron. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's Siakam. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. And that's 15 points for Siakam.
Yeah, this is where the length of Pascal Siakam makes him so hard to stop. Even with contact, he's able to get through or around.
Bridges shot. Good.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
Here's Turner. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pacers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Miles Turner.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
At the line,
LaMelo Ball picks one up.
Andrew Nembhard. 2 shots.
That free throw, good from Nembhard. And both free throws good for Nembhard. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Nurkic. There's the pick. Launches it. Nembhard grabs the board. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here